Hey everyone, and welcome to another one of my live streams. Now, this is a park I'm building for the OpenRCT2 title sequence contest. So this park that I'm building here, it's based on Djurs Sommerland, which is a Danish theme park. And over the past few days, I've added all these attractions and decorations. Now, I've got a whole list of things that I want to do today, so I best just get started. Now, over here we have the Mexico area, at least that's what it's called in the real park. And it has Juwelen, this coaster of which or this ride of which I forgot the name, Solguden. And this area also has a drop tower. And I will now first build the drop tower somewhere in this area. Now let me quickly check this. Some software. Alright, back to OpenGL, which is what I prefer. And I can zoom in a little bit farther. Alright, yeah, I will move these paths a little bit to create a little bit more space here. And then I can make a nice drop tower over here. It's actually one of the newest rides of the park, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken, but I think it will be good to have a drop tower here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome, Bud. Okay, let's first move these paths here a little bit. And by doing that, I can create a little bit more space here to work with. By the way, I'm making this park together with a Ball Pit Warrior. And overnight he has helped decorate this river rapids area a bit more. So I think that's really nice. You can see lots of new decorations here. Also these barrels that are shooting water. So some nice interaction moments. So a little waterfall here over the ride. I think Ball Pit Warrior did a really nice job here. Now he also asked me to mark out the western town that's going to be here. So I will also place some new rides here in this area. And I'll mark out the spots where I want some western buildings. And then tonight when I'm asleep, Ball Pit Warrior will make some nice buildings over here. While we're at it, let's also make this a proper bridge. I will just keep it simple now. Something like this. I might make it nicer later, but I think it's good to not have these boats travel through the supports. Jimmy Giant asked if this park has no custom content. That's correct. I only use base game objects in this park. Not even the expansions, the official expansions are allowed. So yeah, that definitely limits my choice of objects, but on the other hand, it is a fun challenge as well. Now that I think of it, I can probably move the path to over here. That will give us all this space here to put a drop tower. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I'll connect these paths here. And then I can remove this path. Yeah, that will give us some nice space to work with. Yeah, perhaps a nice arch under the River Rapids bridge could work. Yeah, I hope you are all having a great day as well. Alright, let's see, how am I going to do this? I think I will just place the drop tower here. No, not going to do anything fancy for the drop tower. Oh yeah, Ball Pit Warrior also placed some extra chickens here in the middle. You can see them roaming around here. And let's see. Let's remove this path here. That's indeed a disco coaster you see there. So I made it using the hybrid coaster track and a roto drop vehicle. Very easy way to make a disco coaster. Of course, this vehicle doesn't rotate with the track, but I think the illusion works well enough. Oh, that sucks, Bart. Sorry to hear you have tinnitus. It's that when you have a constant ringing in your ears, isn't it? I can only imagine how annoying that would be. Wait, that's also why I really never put my music too loud. Always wear ear protection at work in noisy areas, etc. I don't have it myself, but yeah, I wish you great strength with that. Yep, trying to sleep with that sounds annoying. So I wish you all the best. No, let's see. I believe the actual drop tower looks more like this. So I think I'm going to use this structure. Okay. Let's change the entrance style and I'll move them a little bit. Make usable. And I'm also going to let's just make this one invisible. I'll make this invisible. I'll take this part. Okay, and I'm going to quickly change the ride into a coaster. So that will allow me to actually connect a queue and a path to it. So let's use this style. Here I'll connect it like so. And then when I change it back into a launched freefall. And the ride's called, well, oh wait, let's make the text screen El Grito. I just put El Grito in Google Translate. It actually means the scream. So, just so you know. Okay, then we'll probably want a nice fence around it. I think I will go for this color. And here we'll want to have some sort of gate. Let's see what we will use for that. Maybe something like this. Okay. Let's see, what kind of decorations do we want around this ride? I don't want to make the trees around it too high, because we want to give the guests a nice view of the people who are seated in here. Ah heck, let's just spam some of these trees. There we go. Now, something which we'll probably also want for this, the top of this ride is a nice topper. Well, here's actually a video of the ride I'm now building. It has a really cool topper, but I'm not sure we can actually create that with the limited scenery that we have available. But I'm quickly gonna look what kind of stuff there is that we can use. Let's see. No, not anything in here. Let's see. We could maybe use this graveyard monument. Looks kind of silly. Something which I could also just do is just put a piece of a roto-drop track on top. This will probably look nicest. Of course, we need to give it the correct color. Something like that. Our scenery options are quite limited. Let's hope it doesn't fall out of the sky when it reaches this. No, it seems to work perfectly. Alright, I will just do it like this. Okay. Yeah, let's decorate this area a little bit more with some more fences. By the way, welcome everybody to the stream. Yeah, disco coasters are pretty fun. I've ridden several of them, and they're always good fun to ride. They have a good capacity as well, so I think they're great for any park to build. Alright, maybe we can sell some fries here or some other stuff. Maybe some toilets here in the back. That could be good to have here. So let's see. Let's so toilet here. Mexico toilets. This shop will sell nachos. Or churros. Maybe churros. That could work. And with your churros, you'll get some lemonade. Yeah, churros is some of your typical theme park food. Welcome to the stream, Plex. I'm just continuing with my title sequence spark. Nacho churro. Let's see. Are we going to leave these like this, or are we going to put them in a little building that we create ourselves? I'm gonna try and create a nice little building myself. Oh, it's getting pretty crowded around here already. Oh, it looks like everybody is coming here with their ailments today. First we had Bart with his tinnitus. Now there's Plex with her migraine. I really wish you all the best with your situation. And I hope my stream helps you relax and maybe forget the pain for a short time. Okay, now these buildings are more inside. Yep, I definitely made sure to have some toilets here this time. Churros. Let's put some poles against the building here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. You're welcome, Audio Outlaw. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. Okay, bury some more trees here. Also did a little bit more work on this ride here. It's all good. And added some of these arms here. Of course they don't move with the vehicles, but I think they look a little bit less floaty now. Even though they still float around. But yeah, you'll just have to use your imagination there, I guess. Something like that to give the building a little bit more movement. Okay, what are we going to put in this space? Maybe just some flowers. Maybe a little tree. Tree it is. Okay, we'll put some benches here. A lamp. And we'll probably also need a few litter bins around here. Alright, now we have another ride in the park. I think it looks pretty cool. I should still decorate here on the back. Let me do that first. I'll keep it pretty simple once again. Looks like the tree is glitching a bit. So if you try to bury a tree on the edge of the land, it will usually glitch through. So that's what you can see over here. But I think I know a solution. So if we raise the land here, now it no longer glitches. I hope you're doing alright, Strawberry. Yeah, not everybody can go without Roller Coaster Tycoon for that long. No, I don't really feel like messing around with curvy paths and stuff. So I'm just going to place some bushes along this railway here. Welcome to the stream, Cheered. Okay, maybe I could actually make some places here for the guests to sit. I think that might be nice, so... Let's just put some pots here. Some benches. And if we then just place some of these lilies here. Something like that. Now it looks like their guests are sitting at these little tables. It's going to make a small fence around it. I think I'm gonna go with these. Now, to take it to the next level, we'll also do a little bit of ground texturing here. And with these simple steps, I think we've made this area look really nice. There we go. So yeah, if you're ever submitting a park for one of my contests, yeah, just remember these little steps. And you can definitely take one of your areas from a 7 to a 9 without too much effort. Alright, that's the drop tower taken care of. Now over here, I want to have a little Wild West area. The River Rapids is actually also part of that area. Anyway, I'm going to mark out some rides here. Let's see, the Wild West area, it has a Dodgems ride. Also has a swing ride. And there's also a horse ride. So I can probably make a little station here for the horse ride. I'll just have it circle back around here. We can probably fit a nice swing ride over here. Yeah. Let me first mark out the area for the swing ride. We can probably fit it right here. The Dodgems. Where do we fit those? So yeah, I'm going to move the path back a little bit here, since there's a big sea of path here. Okay, before I do that, let's do a quick overview. Because Shrubbery missed the last stream. So here's an overview of the park. Actually, let me zoom out by changing the scaling, so you get a little bit more detail. So this park is based on Zeus Sommerland. Here you can see an overview of the park. I've included several coasters, which the real park also has, or at least some layouts that are inspired by the real thing. The layouts are not exactly the same. It's mostly just inspired by the park. Yeah, over here we have this Intamin coaster, Piraten. So it has this cable lift, then drops down to a helix, then goes right under the lift hill again with this hill. After that, just several more airtime hills. The real Piraten, really fun coaster. Here we have a little pirate or a dinosaur area. Here you can see a disco coaster. The real disco coaster also has a dinosaur skull with a spine on one of the ends, so I tried to recreate that here. So a little car ride here with travels in between all these dinosaurs. Here's the Mexico area. So we have this little flat ride here. The real ride is really fun. Basically you can control, you sit in these vehicles on these arms, basically you control the up and down movement. And there's these statues next to the ride which spray water to the center. So it's always fun to ride this with someone and try to make it so that the person next to you gets splashed in the face with the water from the statues. Over here is this launch coaster based on the real launch coaster called Tuvelen. This one also has two launches. I tried to make it look like they're tire launches. Over here we have a River Rapids ride. No, it's not really based on the real one. It is in the same location though, approximately. Here we have this frisbee ride called the Tigeren, or the Tiger. Let me change the scaling a bit. Tigeren. So I decorated the top a bit with these water tricycles. I think that looks pretty cool. Here we have a little log flume ride. Nothing special really. And here we have Dragakongen, or the Dragon King. It has several elements that the real Dragakongen also has. Has a little indoor section here with a launch. The rest of the layout is not really a lot like the original. Something which is special about this park is that none of the actual coasters in the park actually have inversions. It's mostly family rides. So I'm doing the same here. Alright. Let's give the town a bit more space. Okay. Let's see. For the swing ride, I will need 4 spaces. Maybe I can just put it here. Or we can put it right here. Then we'll probably have a building here. So I'm building this park together with someone else, a ball pit warrior. And he asked me to mark out the western town. And tonight when I'm asleep, he will make some buildings in the park. But I can already start placing down some rides. Yeah, this elevation change might make things a little bit annoying. I think I will just raise the land here. It's all a bit flat now, but that's alright. Where am I going to place the dodgems? Let's see. Actually, I think I will place the dodgems here. No, I'm not going to make it exactly next to the twist ride. At least I'm going to make it look a little bit off-grid. Place a path here. Let's do something like this. Okay, so we can fit the twist ride here. The dodgems will go here. We can probably have a building over here for food. And over here we'll make our little horse ride. Now, I will start with the swing ride here. Let's see. Yeah, I will just make it a square footprint. Let's see. I like to use spiral slides as the base for a twist ride. That usually looks pretty cool. Swing ride tower. Audio Outlaw asks what everybody's opinion is on funnel cake. I think funnel cake is pretty nice. I had it in Six Flags Magic Mountain. I quite liked it. Let's make a little platform like this. Yeah, anything with a lot of sugar in it is it's hard to go really wrong with. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these supports here. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Because I think that will fit in better with the Wild West theme. And that looks a bit too light. There we go. Okay, then on top of this, we'll make an enterprise ride. Again, we'll hide all the supports. Okay, we'll probably also want to give this some nice colors. Okay. And then we do our shoestring. I will just use inverted hairpin coaster track for the station. Now we'll need some track to spawn the vehicles. We don't need too many. Let's see how high I want these vehicles to be. Something like this. And here we'll make some underground track. All right. And we'll grab a second inverted hairpin coaster track. Let's see. Let's disable building track at invalid heights. Let's see. Okay, here's our underground track. Oh, I'm building in the wrong direction. There we go. And I'll just put chain lift on this track. And here we do the merge. Let's use the cutaway view. This merge, we need to make sure it's done properly. Okay, now it should no longer crash. And now I can just build the control track. Yeah, the underground section of my park will look really nice in the end, with all the control tracks. Okay, this control track will control the duration of the ride. So we'll want to make sure the swing ride is pretty fast. So we'll want to make this track nice and long. Yeah, go ahead, make yourself some popcorn. Can we pass by here? I think we might be able to. Actually, we may be merging the track here. Not sure. I'll just go this direction. Yeah, I've built hundreds of shoestring rides, so for me it's It's not very difficult for me anymore. But I can imagine that for people who have never seen anybody build a shoestring ride before, this can look pretty intimidating. Okay, let's see. Okay, then we build this track again. Now I will make the track which these vehicles will sit on. Actually, let's use a different track type. Here I'll do a little merge. I may have forgotten for this ride to stop guests from actually getting on vehicle 1, so there could be 2 guests on the below ground track. I could fix that later, or maybe I won't. Let's see, we'll want guests to go to this track, so we move this to the bottom. Okay, now I just need to know how many vehicles will fit on this track. So I think I'm just going to make some... actually, I will just move this track below. And I will just launch some vehicles onto this circular track now. Now I need to remember what these vehicles are called. Well, not these. Swinging cars. Not these. Swinging floorless cars. That's the one I was looking for. We'll make one car. And we'll just make them follow each other. Let's see what it looks like. Look at 16. Powered launch. Okay, we can definitely use more vehicles. Yeah, this looks like the perfect amount of vehicles. It's actually the first vehicle actually bumped into the last vehicle, so that's why it's actually stopped now. But when you shoestring, the first vehicle will be underground, so there will be no collision between vehicles at all. Anyway, 20 vehicles fit perfectly on this track, so I will make it 21 so we can move the first vehicle underground. Max Arceus want to see something go kaboom. Well, if all goes well, we won't see anything go kaboom here, so I'm sorry to disappoint you. Of course, that's if all goes well. Oh, actually moved the wrong vehicle to the wrong track. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, now let's set the lift hill change speed a bit higher. Wait. There you go, Max. So, I'll just put some chain lift on this track, and then I'm going to do it again. Move this one lower. Okay, yeah, this one's slower. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we can make this track here invisible. I think I have to keep it one of the suspended rides. Let's see what happens if I change it into lift. Yeah, then the vehicles go way too low, so we don't want that. So I'll just go with inverted impulse coaster. And I'll just hide the track manually. I have no idea why it's called shoestringing. I think somebody just thought that was a cool name for it. It's a name that has already been in use for many, many years. And I'm not sure if anybody can track the origin of it. Okay, swing track. Let's see, what's this ride called again? It's a Danish name. Wild West Carousel. Okay, now I want to hide all this white track. Of course, I could click every piece and then go with the tile inspector. But I will use the ride editor plugin. So we'll select our ride, Wild West Carousel. Visibility, invisible. There we go. And for this ride, I'll just use Crypt House. Okay, let's recolor these vehicles. Something like this. Maybe brown would look nice. Yeah. Alright, now we'll want to connect an entrance and exit to this ride. I'll probably just connect the exit somewhere over here. Make usable. Make usable. I'll connect it here. I'll put it here actually. Yeah, it will not be possible to have the ride in such a way that the Enterprise top also spins. So you'll just have to use your imagination there. Make the waiting time a bit longer. Okay, doesn't look like this ride actually gets its stats calculated. So we'll have to do a little bit more sorcery here, which is actually kind of annoying now that I made the ride invisible. So let's go back to the ride editor. Let's see. Looks like it doesn't actually make the track visible again. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to change it into a inverted hairpin caster again. Okay, right now this track is lower. So we'll just interrupt this track. If I close it and then we test it again, then it immediately gets its stats calculated. So the problem that we had here was that from the station the track led into this infinite loop of track here, and when you do that, the stat calculation function will just follow that loop forever and it gets stuck. So by interrupting this loop here, the stat calculation function will not get stuck and it will actually get its stats calculated again. Now I think these stats are actually quite fair for swing ride, so I'm not going to change them. Okay, I will just make the track invisible here manually. There we go. Okay, and then we can open the ride. And now I'll have to make it look nicer. So, we'll want some sort of fence around here. Maybe something like this. Let's put a bit more foliage around here. Yeah, using your imagination is not only a feature of Imagination Megapark. It's pretty much a feature in all of my parks. The trees will get a bit glitchy. So let's use the same trick that I used earlier in this stream. So if I now bury a tree here, it should no longer be glitchy. This fence is a little bit glitchy though. I think it's not that bad actually. Oh, here we have the exit. But we don't want it to be glitchy. Something like that. And here I also place a wooden post fence around. Something like that, maybe. Actually, let's use some sand here under the path. Okay, now I'll place some dodgems here. I think I will just ask Ball Pit Warrior to make a nice Western style building around it. You can probably make a small queue over here. So I'll quickly change this right into a coaster so I can connect the path. We'll make this usable. We'll make this one usable. Then we can remove this one. Remove this one as well. And we'll change it back into a dodgems ride. Oh wait, I still need to connect the queue. Let's do that first. By the way, if you want to change where the path connects to, you can actually click the path like this. But then you don't have to rebuild it. Could be a useful trick. Dodgems. I believe the real dodgems are shaped like buffaloes. So this one's called Buffalo Bumper Cars. Okay, so in the end we'll probably just make some sort of building around this. For now, I will just quickly shape the roof like this. Alright. And here I'll connect the path again. Alright, and then over here I'm going to make a little horse ride. Bud says I missed a spot to the bottom of the queue line. What do you mean exactly? So basically, if you want to change the color of the ride text, you can just put a code in front of it, like green. I believe there's around 12 different colors you can use. For example, there's also topaz, which makes the text orange. You can also make it red. Oh, sand texture. Yeah, that's fine. Red. Yeah, there's quite a few you can choose from. In this park, I just made them all green. Let's see, maybe we can make this area look a little bit more green. Like so. Looks a little bit glitchy here. Maybe this way is better. Yeah, I quite like that. Alright, let's make you guys happy. There we go. Alright, next up, let's make the little horse ride. Let's see if we can fit a nice little I'm happy to be of service. We don't have an awful lot of space here. Okay, going to do a little trick here. Change the ride to river rapids. And place some rapids, and that will make the horses rock back and forth. Let's change it back to steeplechase. River rapids. Steeplechase. You can actually also use the car ride. Those are the log bumps. So the log bumps from the car ride and the rapids from the river rapids are actually the same track element, just with a different texture. Not sure how I'm gonna connect the entrance here. I have an idea for that. Okay. I think 3 trains is enough. Now I'm gonna give it 2 cars per train, and you'll see why in a minute. Now I want these horses to be able to traverse the track on their own. And if I would test it right now, there's a high likelihood it would just get stuck here at this section. Or maybe at the next one. Probably it would get stuck at the next one. Or maybe when it has casts on it. So that's not what we want. Actually makes it through quite fine right now. I'm sure at some point if I leave it unattended it will get stuck. So it's time for some sorcery indeed. So we'll take this train 1. We'll take the same vehicle number on all trains. We synchronize. And we change it into... let's do sports cars. Change it to... Actually, let's first move all these vehicles backwards a bit. I'll do it for all these vehicles separately. Oops. I'll move this vehicle forwards a bit. Vehicle 2. Actually, I think I can move them forward a little bit more. Oops, wrong one. Okay, and then I'm going to turn vehicle 1 of every train invisible. Okay, basically what I did now is that all these horses now have an invisible front vehicle, which is actually a powered vehicle, so it will power them through the track. So let's see how that works. And as you can see, the horse now just moves along the track like a car ride would, for example. We could make them slower if we wanted. I think this speed is alright. Okay, then I'll just make a quick entrance. And I'll connect the exit first. And I'll connect the entrance. So what's this ride called? Pony Expressen. It's probably Danish for Pony Express. Just got a hunch. Cars81 asks if there's an overall theme for the park. Well, basically I've based this park off Djurs Sommerland, which is a park in Denmark. So I've placed lots of rides which are inspired by rides that the real park has. Some of the layouts are a bit different, but overall I tried to keep them similar. So I've already shown the park to several people, and several people who live in Denmark, and they say a lot of the rides are very recognizable. And I'm making the park for the OpenRCT2 title sequence contest, which ends in a few days. But I think I'm making really good progress, so I should be able to complete the park in a few days. Especially with the weekend coming up, I will have quite a bit of time to actually make some really good progress. Not even sure what color the real ride has. I'll just go with this beige. Welcome to the stream, Lucas. Pony Frick. Now you may sometimes see me rename a ride and then put some weird text in front, like this Z. The only reason I put the Z here is just to make the rides show up in the right alphabetic order. So these rides all have green in front, so if I put a Z between brackets, yeah, it won't actually do anything to the text. The Z part will be invisible, but they will show after these rides. I believe this is the swing ride. Okay, I will make this visible. For the station, I think I'm just going to keep it really simple. Yeah, it's probably going to be the most simple station we have in the park. No, that doesn't actually leave a lot of space for any other Western buildings. But I'm sure a Ball Pit Warrior will find a way. Maybe he can place some more buildings over here. I'll just mark them out for him. Okay, let's put some sand here. And we'll want a little fence around it. And I also do a little bit of landscaping, because that's definitely more interesting than just flat ground. Also, guys, don't be shy. I will try to answer any questions you may have in the chat. So feel free to ask me anything that isn't too personal. Okay, here in the middle we'll want to have some foliage, because else it will just look very boring. Let's see, are we gonna go for some pine trees maybe here, since this is the western area? We can always improve it later. But ask what park I would really want to visit again, or visit for the first time. Oh, there's a lot of parks that I still want to visit. One that's not too far away is maybe Park Asterix. I just want to really see its nice theming. I could probably then also go to Disneyland, which is quite close to it. Something like that. That could work. Another park I'm going to next week, actually, is Walibi Holland and Toverland. I'm also quite looking forward to visiting those parks again. If I had no limitations, I know I would go to every park. So I really like burying my trees, but you should actually never bury trees under a coaster. Let's see if we can see it. It will probably be really glitchy when the vehicle passes over it. See, you can see the tree glitching here, so don't do that. Tiet Haya asks if I've been to Europa Park and what I thought of it. I've actually been to Europa Park several times. The last time was last year in September, and I really enjoyed it. It's just a beautiful park. There's some great rides. Well, when I was there, they were still building Voltron, so I haven't gotten to ride that one yet. But yeah, I for sure want to ride that coaster one day. Current Bucket list park on top of the list. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many parks I still want to visit. Yeah, let's say if I could go to a park now. Maybe Cedar Point? I mean, I don't live in America, and that park has some sick rides. Busch Gardens Tampa would also be fun to visit. Alright, the horse ride still looks pretty boring, but yeah, we'll fix that at a later point. Actually, let's just put a few barrels here. I'll ask Ball Pit Warrior to decorate the ride. He'll probably like doing that. Just gonna quickly place some fences around this ride. Probably not permanent. Just to mark off this area a bit. Oh yeah, Portaventura is a park I also haven't visited yet. I definitely also want to visit the Spanish parks sometime. Yeah, you're probably talking about Silver Star. It's in the Mercedes themed area. It's a pretty fun ride. Not the most forceful B&M, since it's mostly catered to families, but it can definitely be a fun ride, especially on hot days. Alright, I think this horse ride is looking really fun. Now there will be a building here. Maybe I can just put a burger bar here. Let's call it Bison Burgers. Bison Burgers, that's something from RC3, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like we'll also need some more litter bins around this area. Let's add a few of those. Let's also make a little fence around here. Okay, while we're at it, let's also add a few lamps around this area. Now, lamps don't do anything, but they look cool, so that's why I place them a lot. Alright, I'm quite happy with how this area is looking so far. Oh yeah, it's a western area, so maybe we can have a cactus or two. That could be nice. No, Bart, you cannot remove this square part, so yeah, you'll just have to live with it. Alright, I think this is already looking pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the western area like this for now. And I'm going to focus on a different part of the park. And that part is the car park. You can see I already put quite a few cars in the car park. But the park's getting more crowded. I think we could fit some more cars in here. So, let's say we could put another 200 cars here. I think that would be nice. So to do that, I'll just make a station, and let's just make a long track here. Actually, let's not make it too long, because we'll also want to have some cars facing the other direction. And I'm gonna do some more sorcery. So let's say we'll have 10 trains, we'll give them all 20 cars. And we'll, let's say, different color per vehicle. So let's quickly recolor them. Now actually most cars you'll see will actually be black, white or gray. So I'll have most of them in that color. But we'll also have some cars in different colors. Let's also have a blue car, if not yellow. My personal favorite creation is, of course, Imagination Mega Park, of all the parks that I've created so far. It was also by far the most work I have put, the most effort I've put in any park. So I'm definitely proud of my creation. Let's see. Like this color. Pink car, why not? Green. Brown. And let's go with beige. The last one is invisible. Okay, and then we spawn the trains. Now it looks like a big mess here. And we'll go to the edit right vehicles plugin. And we'll take vehicle 2. And I'm just now going to place all these 200 cars onto this parking lot. Now what makes this much less painful nowadays is that you can just use this tool. And you can just drag and drop your cars here. So that makes it relatively painless. Earlier I would have to make a whole track and then move them all forwards on the track. But this tool makes it nice and easy to do. It's going to take a little bit of work to place 200 cars, but it's not as painful as it used to be. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching me place cars, because I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. Now most of the cars will of course be closest to the entrance, so I'll place the most of them here. further away from the entrance, they'll be scattered a little bit more. Now in Djurs Sommerland, well, when we were there at least, no employees were actually guiding people where to park. So it's just, you just go and find your own spot. Parking is also free at this park, which was also nice. We asked if I'm going to frame the overview of Imagination Megapark like I did with... I actually already did that. I had it turned into a canvas, which is on the wall of my living room. I posted some pictures of it on the RCT subreddit. And also on the Rollercoaster Tycoon Facebook page. Or RCT Gamers, Rollercoaster Tycoon Gamers. Now, I think this guy's parked a bit too much like a dick, so let's just put him like this. I'm going to do the same for this guy. Okay, and vehicle 22, which is the invisible one, I will just move it here. And train 2 is now gonna move forward. I'll speed that up a bit. Okay, and since the front vehicle is now in the station, I can now also move all these cars. Actually, let's just move all vehicle 22 vehicles to away from this track, then all trains should move onto the station. Just a little bit more sorcery. Yeah, this feature is definitely pretty nice. Plugins have really been a game changer. And they definitely allow you to do things that would previously be very tedious in much less time. Scenery Manager is also a great plugin that allows you to just copy and paste stuff, which is also great. Yeah, I am treating you guys to a lot of sorcery. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, I'm just going to move this vehicle forward a bit, because I don't want all cars to be facing in the same direction. Vehicle 3. Vehicle 4. I think it's never too early or too late to do sorcery in OpenRCT2. Okay, I will spam more vehicles. You can see with this method it's quite fast to place cars in the parking lot. Yeah, I am really proud of Imagination Megapark. Definitely one of my finest works, I think. The music you hear now is actually all also music that I picked out for Imagination Megapark. But I figured I could use the playlist for this park as well. Definitely has some really nice tracks. Okay, and then we can move on to the next train. Yeah, this is going to take a little while. But I think it will look nicer if the car park is filled a little bit more. Okay. Alright, we're almost done with the third train. And there's just 7 more to go. I hope you guys like watching me place cars. I think eventually I'm also going to change a few of them into other vehicles, like pickup trucks. Maybe I can change one of them into a steam train, just for giggles. Oh, I'm actually moving the invisible front vehicle. A Raptor. Oh yes, I had a few of those in the parking lot in Imagination Megapark. Sadly, we don't have any expansion objects on this map. They're not allowed for this contest. So yeah, there will not be any Raptors on this parking lot. Yeah, the airport or the runway path is also not available. That's also from one of the expansions. But I made this parking lot to look like the parking lot that's in Jersey. So in the real parking lot at Jersey, you park your car on the grass, and there's these little strips of or little strips of road in between. Okay, that was train 4. Just 6 more trains to go. Almost done. Again, I'm moving the invisible vehicle. Shouldn't do that. This is the correct one. Okay, put it here. I hope you're all enjoying the music in the background. Yeah, maybe we could replace one of these cars with a horse. Could also be fun. Okay, this one's probably angled. maybe it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could also change one into a motorbike. Or an actual bike. These parks more to the north of Denmark. And these parks are more in rural areas. So, yeah. I didn't notice any bike racks in the park. Okay. We're basically with train 6 now. So we're now past the halfway mark with our 200 cars. Fat bikes. Sometimes see people riding fat bikes. I don't really think there's a good vehicle to represent the fat bike in OpenRCT2. Fat bikes have a bit of a bad name or bad reputation in the Netherlands. Maybe we can have this one at a slight angle. There we go. Not everybody parks their car perfectly. Let's do another one of these. Yeah, we could definitely have some of these vintage cars. Okay, now we're train 7. Getting there. So that means I've already placed over 100 cars. If I had to build a track here and then move all these cars through it like I usually made them, then it would have easily taken twice or 3 times as long to place all these cars. So I'm really happy we now have this tool. So I can just grab them and plop them down wherever I want. At first I was a little bit skeptical about the plugin system that OpenRCT2 was going to add, but yeah, it definitely has shown its value with all the nice tools that were created. Welcome to the stream, Modder. I'm building my summer park for the OpenRCT2 title sequence contest. And currently I'm placing cars on the parking lot, which is very exciting. Alright, another train done. Just 3 more to go. Hey, Asline, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I also hope to see many entries. I'm guessing in the end we will have around 10 entries. It's what I would be happy with. I think last year we also got around 10 entries. What button did you smash, Slime? I think I can guess which button it is. Probably the subscribe button. Yeah, for everybody who just joined the stream, building a park based off Durs Sommerland here. Oh, I see. The park is still at higher speed. They put back to normal speed. So we probably advanced a few years by doing the parking lot here. Oh yeah, you better not smash the subscribe button then, Slime. Because then you cannot type in the chat anymore. What happens if you smash the close button and car ride one? I don't think I want to find out. You'll probably hear some curse words in Dutch. And then I would just load an autosave. That's another one of the great things that OpenRCT2 added to the game. Autosaves. They have definitely saved my ass on quite a few occasions. It's my undo button. I believe I have it set to autosave every 5 minutes. So yeah, for people who don't have their game set to use autosaves in the options, I think you'd better turn it on. It will. It's really helpful. All right, train 9. We're down to the last 40 vehicles. Let's add a few more over here. Okay, let's rotate a few, because I think I didn't place any cars behind these trees. Over here. Yeah, I'm still going at it, still going strong. I mean, this park's not going to finish itself, sadly. Someone has to do it. But I'm almost done placing cars on the parking lot. Okay. Let's do another one here. Car parked at a slight angle, sure. Okay, we're down to the last train. I could definitely, I could have definitely made parking spots if I could move the trees to the center, but there's no way to do that. The tree goes in the center of the tile, so that's why the trees are placed the way they are placed. In the real park, the trees are actually right in the middle, but there's no way for me to do that here. So I'm just going to fill up these remaining spots here. Mulder asks if they park on the grass in Denmark. And at Djurs, Sommerland, they definitely do. But also, for example, in the Netherlands, Walibi Holland, I believe they also park on the grass. Barup Sommerland, I believe we also parked on the grass. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. You know, in America, people just park on asphalt. But in Europe, we do things differently in some parks. Yeah, I've been to one Norwegian park, Dusenfried. I think we also parked on asphalt. The happy tree friends. Nice. That brings back memories. Alright, I'm definitely done placing cars for now. I'm definitely not going to fill all these spots. This is probably enough cars. Okay, just going to make this track here invisible. Change it to lift. And I don't want the poor mechanic to try and reach this ride. So I'll just set the inspection time to never. And we'll call this parked cars. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna change some of the vehicles, so let's do that now. I like that you can just select your vehicle here. So let's make this guy a monster truck. I'll do the same for one over here. Monster truck. And let's pick another one here. Monster truck. Okay, and this guy will be a pickup truck. And we'll have a few of those as well. Pickup truck. Pink pickup truck. Pickup truck. And we can have another one here. Okay. And there's also racing cars. Can probably have one or two of those. Guess someone came to the park in their old Ferrari. And let's also do one silly vehicle here. Steam train. Maybe we can change the colors of it a bit. Nah, I think that looks fun. Motorcycle. Yeah, sure, why not? Motorbike. So you probably have a different color for it. Yeah, it looks a bit silly because it has the black stuff under it, but we can have a motorbike here. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, no, we also need to do a bit more work here on the park edges. Actually, I think I'm going to expand the parking lot a little bit here to the back. It'll save me a little bit of work later on. This means I have to do less fields here. And for the parking lot, I can just copy and paste stuff. I'm just going to extend it a little bit more to the back. I'm not going to place any more cars on it though. So let's take away a little strip of this. And I'm just going to do a bit more copy and paste magic. Okay, we'll take our friend, the scenery manager. Yeah, exactly. Today is a slow day, so the parking lot isn't completely filled. Okay, we copy. This is probably enough. And I'll just do it like this. Let's fix this a little bit here. Alright, I think this looks pretty neat. I definitely don't make the number of cars match the number of guests in the park. It's as you could just see, it's a lot of work to place all these parked cars. So I usually just place enough to make it look nice. I think this is definitely enough cars. Maybe in the end I might even thin out the number of guests in the park a little bit. But for now I think it looks crowded enough. Not too crowded. Alright, you can see all these fields that I made here with all these flowers. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I was thinking about also making a little yeah, maybe some backstage stuff here, maybe some buildings for the people who are running the park, maybe a little area to accept deliveries. That could probably go in here. I'm not really sure about that yet, so I'll leave this area as it is for now. But I do think I can add a little farm field over here. So I think I'll go for this color. I think this looks pretty nice. So let's see. I'll just take some of this dirt. I don't think any guests have died in this park yet. I have a pretty good track record. So I don't think a graveyard is necessary yet. I'm going to change the landscape here a little bit. Maybe you can be disappointed and impressed at the same time. Yeah, Marcel loves drowning guests or entertainers named Duckling for entertainment. I mostly just like building awesome awesome looking stuff for entertainment and parking lots. I guess we both have our own style. However, maybe I can drown one guest. It's for your viewing pleasure. I'll just give him a random name. Make him have a nice swim. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, let's extend this hill here a little bit. And path here. Oops. I'm glad you enjoyed that slide. Okay, then we take out our friend, the Scenery Manager plugin again. And we copy these trees. And then we just paste them here. I'm just going to do some more landscaping, just so it's easier for me to place these trees nicely. Oops. There we go. Okay, we do some more Scenery Manager magic. Copy, paste. Okay. This this plugin really saves you hours of work. It would have taken me very long to place all these trees by hand, so I'm really happy this plugin exists. Okay, I gotta place some more trees around here. Yeah, every time I'm playing in this park, I try to add another one of these fields on the outside of the park. And doing that, by doing that, I'm actually almost done with it. Still a bit more work to do over here, of course. The parking lot already took a lot of ground, which is pretty nice. Still quite a big area to fill in here. Maybe in one of the areas I'll add a little lake. Maybe you could have a little forest somewhere as well. So it's quite a lot of things that I could still do here. But for this area, I'm just going to make a nice little flower field. gonna use a bit more of this wildflowers ground texture. It has actually been added in one of the recent OpenRCT2 updates. And it's a ground texture that was used in the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 beta. And the OpenRCT2 developers decided to copy this ground texture to OpenRCT2 as well. I quite like this ground texture. Yeah, it's especially looks nice, I think, when we put these flowers on top of it. Yeah, yeah, I might make a bakery next to it for the flower field. Okay, let's enable clearance checks. And let's spam away. This is one of the few occasions where I play with clearance checks not disabled. Because if I disabled them, yeah, the flowers would be placed all over the paths. That's definitely not something I want. The only downside of this is that the game doesn't automatically place these gardens on the slopes. So I'll have to do those manually. So let's select the other color. Definitely looks nicer if you use different colors for this. By the way, for everybody who's watching, I hope you're all having a lovely day. Alright, we'll go back to one tile now. And I'll disable clearance checks, and that allows me to actually build on the slopes. On high density. Like so. Alright, I think that looks pretty nice. Now, if you're ever traveling through Denmark, somewhere in summer, autumn, you'll notice a lot of fields with yellow flowers. So, yeah, in Denmark they cultivate a lot of rapeseed. So that's what the yellow flowers are for. I think rapeseed is a very unfortunate name, though. In Dutch we call it koolzaad. Definitely sounds a little bit more friendly. Okay, and with that we have another little farm field. Or flower field. We could probably make a little forest over here. Maybe that would look nice. And it would be a nice way to fill in this area here. I think I'll just make a little random path through the forest. And then we'll just place lots of trees around it. So it won't really lead anywhere. It's just some random paths. Not even sure if they will be visible after I place all the trees. We'll see. I think, yeah, when you actually have a human-made forest, there's usually some paths in it in the end. Okay, let's also do a little bit of texturing here. This will usually help to blend in the path a little bit. Actually, let's first do this one. And then we'll do the path texturing after this. I think I'm going to a little bit too close here to the park border. So I'll just make this fence here first. I might replace the fence later with something more interesting. For now I'll just use this one. In the park, yeah, I'm really focused on getting the park actually finished before the deadline. So for quite a few things, you may just see me plop something down, to which I will say I will detail it later. So I will do that in the end if I then still have time. Okay. Yeah, for this section, I'm just going to use these same trees that I already used before. So let's first put a few just fully above ground. I'll bury a few as well. Okay, also a few of these. Let's see. Am I going to use the scatter tool here? I think I'll place a few more of these pine trees. Maybe a bit lower density than usual. Sure. And let's see. I can probably place a few of these as well. Oh, I think I had clearance checks disabled while placing them, so it placed some trees all over the path. Oh well. My favorite tree in RCT? I don't actually know. I think I've probably used all of them at some point. It really depends on what kind of look you're going for. These tiny cedar trees usually work well in any situation, so maybe they're my favorite. Actually, my favorite trees are not in here. My favorite trees are from the expansions, and they're the Japanese snowball trees. They work really well as dry grass when you bury them, and I really like using those. The weeping willow is also a really useful tree. It looks nice like this, but also if you want a more tropical section, you can just bury them like this. So it also works really well as shrubbery. Okay, let's just put a few more of these pine trees down. I'm just going to scatter a few more of them. Yeah, I think that's also a nice way to fill up an area. It doesn't look... yeah, I think it's an area like this fits in pretty nicely. Oops. Okay, place a few more of these trees around. No, I think this is actually a pretty good density. I don't think I want to have it much denser than this. You can still see the path like this. I think this density works pretty well. Maybe I can make a little cabin here. Maybe even a little mine shaft. Some barrels, why not? We'll add some more bushes around the around some of the trees. Let's make it look a little bit more chaotic. Yeah, I think this looks pretty nice. Alright, once again, when you do foliage, always look back at it after you've placed it from all angles. Sometimes it looks great from one angle, and then it looks a little bit empty from another angle. It's always good to just look back on it, look from a different angle, and just to fill in any empty spots you may have created. For example, here it looks a little bit empty, so here we can probably just place another tree or two. Something like that. Yeah, I think this little forest is starting to look pretty beautiful. Yeah, Slime really loves the Mardi Gras dancer object for some reason. But yeah, sadly we cannot use it in this contest. Else maybe we could have made a forest of those. Alright, next to this road we'll probably want to have some more foliage right next to it. And we'll place some more of these bushes as well. Let's make a little fence here. Little gate. And put a few more trees here. Alright, I quite like how this has turned out. So now it's not just only farm fields, but we also have a little forest here. I think we can add a few more trees here. There. Maybe also in this section here. Just to finish it off. So we'll do more of these bushes. Place a few more trees here. I always like to bury my trees, especially these pine trees. Usually when you see real pine trees, they all have a different height. Sometimes you also have some of these younger trees. So yeah, it's usually worth varying the height of these trees a bit. But also just sparing these trees works great for shrubbery. Okay, one last thing that I'm going to do is add a few lamps here. There we go. All right. I think that's enough building for me for today. Now been working on the park for over 2 hours, and my brain is getting a little bit fried. So it's probably fun to go over everything that was built today. So first off, I created this drop tower here. Here you can see it in a little bit more detail with all these trees around. Nice little fence and a queue. So this churros building looks like it's glitching a little bit. I will immediately quickly fix that. So this wall, I'm simply going to place it here on the outside, and then it should no longer glitch through. There, much better. Welcome to the stream, Widget Kitty. I'm just wrapping up, so sorry about that. But yeah, today built this drop tower over here. I quite like how it turned out. Over here we have this little stall selling churros. Over here I've started work on the western town of the park. So I've created this swing ride here. And over here I made a little Dodgems ride. I'll ask Ball Pit Warrior to give it a nice roof. Here I've built a little horse ride. You can see these horses actually rock back and forth on these straight sections. That's because I hid some of these rapid pieces underneath. And well, I made this little forest here on the outside of the park. I've created this flower field over here. So the outside of the park will completely be filled with farms, flower fields, but also little forests like over here. Now, and I've also added 200 more cars to the car park. And I've extended the car park a little bit more to the back. But yeah, this was quite a lot of work, and I'm really happy with the progress that I made today. So yeah, I will now hand the park back to Ballpit Warrior and see if he can make some nice buildings for the little western town. But yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. If you enjoyed watching the stream, Slime will tell you what to do. What does everybody have to do, Slime? He will tell us in the chat. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I will see you again in the next one. I may do a little bit more streaming tomorrow. We'll see. But for sure, I will do a lot of work on the park in the weekend. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'll see you again in the next stream. See you later.